The life and sad ending of Hank Williams, Jr. Hank Williams, Jr. was born Randall Hank Williams on May 26, 1949, in Shreveport, Louisiana, U.S. His father nicknamed him Bocephus. After his father's death in 1953, he was raised by his mother, Audrey Williams. While he was a child, a number of contemporary musicians visited his family, who influenced and taught him various musical instruments and styles. Williams first stepped on the stage and sang his father's songs when he was 8 years old. In 1964, he made his recording debut with Long Gone Lonesome Blues, one of his father's many classic songs. Williams attended John Overton High School in Nashville, Tennessee, where he would bring his guitar to music class and play for pep rallies and performances of the choir. Williams provided the singing voice of his father in the 1964 film Your Cheatin' Heart. He also recorded an album of duets with recordings of his father. In life, whoever has never been to the lands, the countryside? These human lives one after another weave the lives of each person. Well, what is human life if it is not a cyclic continuation of in and going? The story of entering and going of people has contained in it a silent transformation that we are not aware of. When we are, that is, when we are living in the present does not seem to show us our true feelings. Even so, I think the land we live in, like any other land, is just a primitive place. It was not until for some reason that we had to leave that land, life here suddenly became the past, the land that once brought us back to us did we understand. His daughter Catherine Williams Dunning died on June 13, 2020, in a car crash at the age of 27. Along with the difficulties and sadness, you are constantly getting stronger and more stable. Let's find out this natural talent. With those years, although Williams' recordings earned him numerous country hits throughout the 1960s and early 1970s with his role as a Hank Williams impersonator, he became disillusioned and severed ties with his mother. By the mid-1970s, Williams began to pursue a musical direction that would eventually make him a superstar. While recording a series of moderately successful songs, Williams began a heavy pattern of both drug and alcohol abuse. Upon moving to Alabama, in an attempt to refocus both his creative energy and his troubled personal life, Williams began playing music with Southern rock musicians including Waylon Jennings, Toy Caldwell, and Charlie Daniels. Hank Williams Jr. and Friends, often considered his watershed album, was the product of these then groundbreaking collaborations. On August 8, 1975, Williams was nearly killed in a mountain climbing accident in southwestern Montana. While climbing Ajax Peak on the Continental Divide west of Jackson, the snow beneath him collapsed and he fell almost 500 feet onto rock. He suffered multiple skull and facial fractures. The incident was chronicled in the semi-autobiographical, made-for-television film Living Proof, The Hank Williams Jr. Story. He spent 2 years in recovery, having several reconstructive surgeries in addition to having to learn to talk and sing again. To hide the scars and the disfigurement from the accident, Williams grew a beard and began wearing sunglasses and a cowboy hat. The beard, hat, and sunglasses have since become his signature look, and he is rarely seen without them. In 1977, Williams recorded and released One Night Stands and The New South, and worked closely with his old friend Waylon Jennings on the song Once and For All. In 1980, he appeared on the PBS show Austin City Limits during Season 5, along with the Shake Russell-Dana Cooper Band. Williams' career began to hit its peak after the Nashville establishment gradually, and somewhat reluctantly, accepted his new sound. His popularity had risen to levels where he could no longer be overlooked for major industry awards. He was prolific throughout the 1980s, sometimes recording and releasing 2 albums a year. Family Tradition, Whiskey Bent and Hellbound, Habits Old and New, Rowdy, The Pressure Are On, High Notes, Strong Stuff, Man of Steel, Major Moves, 5-0, Montana Cafe, and many others resulted in a long string of hits. Between 1979 to 1992, Williams released 21 albums, 18 studio albums, and 3 compilations, that were all certified at least gold by the RIAA. Between 1979 to 1990, he enjoyed a string of 30 top 10 singles on the Billboard country charts, including 8 #1 singles, for a total of 44 top 10 singles, including a total of 10 #1 singles, during his career. During the 1980s, Williams Jr. became a country music superstar known for catchy anthems and hard-edged, rock-influenced country. During the late 1970s and into the mid-1980s, Williams' songs constantly flew into the #1 or #2 spots, with songs such as Family Tradition, Whiskey Bent and Hellbound, Old Habits, Ain't Misbehavin', Born to Boogie, and My Name is Bocephus. The hit single Wild Streak was co-written by Houston native Terry Sharp, for which Williams and Sharp both earned gold records. In 1982, he had 9 albums simultaneously on the Billboard Top Country Albums chart, all of which were original works and not compilations. From 1987 to 1988, Williams was named Entertainer of the Year by the Country Music Association. In 1987, 1988, and 1989, he won the same award from the Academy of Country Music. The pinnacle album of his acceptance and popularity was Born to Boogie. In 1988, he released a Southern Pride song, If the South Woulda Won. The reference is to a Southern victory in the Civil War. The song proposes a Southern holiday honoring Elvis Presley. Williams would run for President of the South. He would place the capital in Montgomery, Alabama, honoring his father, Hank Williams, with his image on the $100 bill. His 1989 hit There's a Tear in My Beer was a duet with his father created using electronic merging technology. The song was written by his father and had been previously recorded with Hank Williams playing the guitar as the solo instrument. The music video for the song combined existing television footage of Hank Williams performing, onto which electronic merging technology impressed the recordings of Williams, which then made it appear as if he were actually playing with his father. The video was both a critical and commercial success. It was named Video of the Year by both the Country Music Association and the Academy of Country Music. Williams would go on to win a Grammy Award in 1990 for Best Country Vocal Collaboration. He is well known for his hit A Country Boy Can Survive and as the performer of the theme song for Monday Night Football, based on his 1984 hit All My Rowdy Friends Are Coming Over Tonight. In 1991, 1992, 1993, and 1994, Williams' opening themes for Monday Night Football earned him 4 Emmy Awards. In 2000, he provided the voice of Injun Joe in Tom Sawyer. In 2001, Williams Jr. co-wrote his classic hit A Country Boy Can Survive after 9/11, renaming it America Can Survive. In 2004, Williams was featured prominently on CMT Outlaws. In 2006, he starred at the Summerfest concert. He has also made a cameo appearance along with Larry the Cable Guy, Kid Rock, and Charlie Daniels in Gretchen Wilson's music video for the song All Jacked Up. He and Kid Rock also appeared in Wilson's Redneck Woman video. Hank also had a small part in Kid Rock's video Only God Knows Why, and Redneck Paradise. In April 2009, Williams released a new single, Red, White and Pink Slip Blues, which peaked at number 43 on the country charts. The song was the lead-off single to Williams' album 127 Rose Avenue. The album debuted and peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Top Country Albums chart. Also in July 2009, 127 Rose Avenue was announced as his last album for Curb Records. That's what happened to him, this memory that will accompany him forever. Hank Williams Jr. is 71 years old.